Have you ever read a manga that looks adorable on the surface, but slowly drags you into deep psychological horror and existential dread? Today we're diving into Alien 9, known in Chinese as Xiaoyuan Wai Xingren, a Japanese manga that masterfully disguises brutal body horror and social commentary behind cute schoolgirls fighting aliens. The story is set in a near-future 2014, where alien invasions have become everyday life. Elementary schools even have an alien countermeasure squad made up of 6th grade girls. Their job? Capture or repel bizarre alien creatures invading the campus. To do this, they must fuse with symbiotic aliens called Borg, worn like frog-shaped helmets on their heads. These provide protection and powerful attacks, but the horrifying price is that the Borg constantly feeds on the host's sweat and bodily fluids. The protagonist is Yuri Otani, a timid crybaby girl who hates aliens more than anything. Yet her class votes to force her into the squad. She teams up with the dependable Kumi Kawamura and the cheerful Kasumi Enomoto. The three girls, in school uniforms and roller skates, patrol the campus hunting grotesque aliens. At first it feels like a light-hearted, cute school adventure, but it quickly turns into visceral body horror. The girls' bodies are invaded, eroded, and forcibly fused with aliens. Their minds begin to break down under the pressure. Yuri's two teammates gradually fuse with different alien clans. Kumi suffers severe physical damage and is revived by her Borg, but her consciousness is slowly overtaken by the alien part. She even loses basic human functions, including reproductive ability. Kasumi fuses with a more aggressive yellow knife alien, becoming violent and trying to force others to fuse as well. Even their teacher, Hisakawa Megumi, has already fused with the Drill clan. She appears kind and caring on the surface, but she's secretly advancing a larger plan to cultivate suitable hosts for the aliens. Different alien clans, Drill Clan, Yellowknife, Sunflower, and others, act like rival ideologies competing for human girls as hosts. Some nurture their hosts gently to ensure long-term survival. Others are predatory, fusing first and dealing with the consequences later, often destroying the host in the process. Yuri stubbornly resists every fusion. She cries constantly, feels terrified, and slows down her teammates. Yet the system and her friends keep dragging her forward. She watches her friends stop being the humans they once were. She herself falls into dreamlike hallucinations where alien consciousness tests and manipulates her. There is no heroic growth arc for Yuri. She remains weak, fearful, and powerless throughout. In the end, Yuri barely survives and enters junior high, still forced to serve in the alien countermeasure squad. When she looks in the mirror, she notices one small curl of her hair has turned into a drill shape. But that's the only tiny change. She has almost completely remained a normal human. Her teammates, however, are fully alienated. Kumi's consciousness is even transferred into Kasumi's body. They leave Japan to recover, leaving Yuri alone to struggle in this alien-infested world. Yuri refused every fusion. She preserved her pure human state and became the eternal crybaby who always needs protection, forever unable to function independently, a useless person in the system's eyes. But here's the real core of Alien 9. The aliens aren't the point. They are a metaphor for the pervasive ideologies that surround us in human society. From birth, families, especially the mother-child relationship, implant the first ideology. It's the most natural, hidden, and effective way to transmit values, responsibility, endurance culture, and social frameworks. Parents don't do it maliciously. They've already submitted to the same system. School becomes the place of forced selection and cultivation, pushing children onto the track of you must accept, you must grow, you must fuse. The different alien clans represent different types of ideologies. The Drill clan is like gentle, sustainable ones, willing to nurture hosts and preserve reproduction so the framework passes to the next generation. Yellowknife and Sunflower types are radical and predatory. Occupy first, consequences later, often causing destruction. After fusion, consciousness blends, pulls in different directions, or gets completely overtaken. just like real people whose original self disappears under a dominating ideology. Adults, teachers, principals know how cruel the process is, but they have no real choice. The game has already reached this stage. If they don't let the drill clan fuse with humans, more dangerous clans will swallow everything. They must keep playing because refusing the move means immediate loss of the entire board. Throughout human evolution, submitting to some ideology has been the best survival strategy. It provides structure, belonging, and adaptability. Yuri's final state says it all. She rejected every ideology. She didn't pick a side or fuse. As a result, she became a useless person with no function in this world. She kept her pure humanity, but stayed forever isolated, forever fearful, forever unable to truly grow up or stand independently. She didn't lose everything, she wasn't fully replaced, but she didn't win anything either. She just barely survives as the ordinary person who doesn't fit in, dragged along by the system. Alien 9 wraps all this in the skin of cute girls fighting monsters, yet it brutally reveals the truth. Human society is essentially a chess game where various ideological clans compete for hosts. Family is the opening move, school is the middle game, forced fusion is the end game. Those who refuse to accept any framework often end up like Yuri, a useless person with no moves left on the real-world board. This isn't redemption, it's the harshest reality. Without an ideology, you are useless. That's my take on Alien 9. It looks like sci-fi horror, but it's really about how every one of us, from childhood onward, gets gradually fused layer by layer with ideologies, and the heavy price of refusing them all. What do you think? Is Yuri the real winner or the ultimate loser?